So, based on your testimony on direct, you previously were in a world where you also were hanging out with the top people, right? What? When you were a hustler. When you were a hustler on the streets, you also hung out with the top people. You hung out with Merle, right? No, I hung out with all of them. But you also hung out with Merle, right? All of us was partners. We hung out together. If you could please just answer the question. You hung out with Merle, right? Yeah. You hung out with Daryl Franklin, right? Yeah. And they were like the top guys in this world, right? In what world? In your world. Yeah. They were the top dog in our gangs, yeah. And Breezy had to connect, right? Yeah. Okay. And now in this new world, you were dealing face to face, person to person with Maurice Landrew, right? I didn't pick him to be my prosecutor. He the one who put me in jail. Okay. And then with respect to the 5 to 40 that you were looking at, you were hoping, had you done your guidelines calculation? Had you figured that out? When? When you were trying to get this 5 to 40, did you have a clear sense of what your guidelines would end up being? Between 5 to 40. 5 to 40. If you had, when you did your guidelines, did it turn out that you were looking at something like 6 years at that point? Whatever your PSI come back to. Okay. So even though you knew in your mind, well, actually, let me take a step back. At that time, did you know that you were responsible for all these murders? Yeah, I knew I was responsible for it because I was a trigger man. Okay. So a bunch of murders. You knew you were responsible for it, but you thought that what was fair for you was 6 or 7 years, right? Yeah. Who want to be in jail? Alrighty. And then shortly thereafter, you wrote a letter to your girlfriend, right? Correct? What you said? Shortly thereafter, in December of 2012, we were told on direct, you wrote this letter to your girlfriend, right? Yeah. And you went through the letter with Mr. Rainier on direct, right? So you remember this letter, right? Yeah. And in this letter, you say you want to get under 10 years, and the lawyer says, I'll get it if they want that info. And you say, is that correct? What? What I just said, that you want to get under 10 years, right? Yeah. You tell this? Yeah. Okay. And your lawyer tells you, and you say that your lawyer told you that you'll get that good number because they want this info, right? Man, whatever I tell, it don't beat the truth sometimes. I tell her what I want to tell her. Okay. So you're saying in this that when you speak to the mother of your child, your words are lies. I shouldn't even listen to them? No, I didn't say that. I said some of them lies, some of them truth. I tell her the truth when I want, and I tell her a lie when I want. Well, we'll go through them and you can tell me which is which, okay? In the letter, you say for your plea, you would have to give up my so-called friends. That's not a problem. Is that right? That's what I wrote. And you're telling her that you'll cooperate against your friends if you can get the reduction that you want, right? Yeah. Is that a lie? No, that ain't no lie. Yeah. Okay. The reason why I don't take that is because it's good info. Do you remember writing that? That's what I wrote. So what you're saying is, what I got is worth more than, what I got is worth more than 10 years. I want even less than 10 years. That's what you're telling her, right? Yeah, that's what I'm telling her because murders is big thing in murders. Okay, go on. I apologize. Counsel, don't interrupt. I apologize. Murders is big things. And I read like mafia books and stuff like Sammy the Bull. That's what they call me, Sammy the Bull, now because Sammy the Bull, he was in a gang and he was killing nothing but people. And when he got caught up, he told on his gang and got them convicted of all the murders with him and he got his time cut. So that's the move I'm trying to go with. So people call you Sammy the Bull. Yeah. And eventually, Sammy the Bull got back on the streets and started committing crimes and killing people again, right? I don't know about that. Okay, so that's not the Sammy the Bull that they're referring to with you? I don't know about that part of the Sammy the Bull. Objection. Argumentative. Objection sustained. Okay. But in the end, you feel like a murder is so valuable that it should be worth a lot for you, right? Yeah. I'm negotiating. That's what I do. I got to negotiate. You think I'm gonna just say this is for free? No, it don't go like that. So just to be clear then, if you weren't testifying in hopes that these murders that you know about are going to be valuable to you, you wouldn't be up on that witness stand, right? That's what you're saying? Hold on. What you said? If you didn't believe that these murders that you knew about would someday set you free, you wouldn't be up on that witness stand, would you? Why would I be up here if it ain't a chance for me getting a time cut? If that's the case, I'd be sitting over there and just go to trial and get life if they're going to give me life just regular. I'm trying to take a chance, roll the dice to see if I could get a time cut. So you're not testifying up there because you think that life is valuable. You're up there testifying because you think that the murders are valuable to you? No, I'm up here testifying, telling the truth about all of these murders, and I hope to get a time cut. And eventually you ended up on the phone with Agent Wood, right? Yeah. And that was a bad idea, wasn't it? Yeah, that was a bad idea. That did not go how you planned, right? The reason why it didn't go how it was planned because if I went out the gate and went and started talking to them, I wouldn't be charged with it. But by them not coming out with the deal I wanted, I backed off, and that's why they charged. That's why I got charged with Breezy with it. Okay. And earlier you said that the reason why you backed off was because Agent Wood was lying to me too, right? That's how you testified, right? He was playing games. He was playing games. So, and you acknowledge that you lied to him, right? Yes. So as far as you're concerned, this is just a negotiation between two people who are playing games. Agent Wood no different than you, right? I judge him how I see them. Everybody probably, they look at them like he a good agent and he an agent. I look at him like he was playing games at that time, so that's how I looked at it. So, Mr. Wood, who is educated in the law, who's sworn an oath, has done all of this stuff to become an esteemed law enforcement officer. He gets no respect from you. You see him as someone you're playing a game with and where you're trying to come out on top. Listen. Objection. Argumentative. Objection sustained. Well, I will move on. I think we're going to listen to this call. I just need to find my transcripts. We're going to start playing about 3 minutes and 30 seconds in. I had thought I was going to play it in its entirety, so I cut it into shorter clips. So if we can start playing at 3:30, and we're going to stop intermittently, and I'm going to ask you what various things. Do you know what exhibit number this is? Meaning, for record purposes. For record purposes, is this already admitted into evidence? Yes, it is. It's 95. Government's Exhibit 95. I had hoped that I would be able to put the transcript from James. Is it possible for me to put this transcript up through this input while she puts the audio in from there? No. We can play it on ours. Yeah, play it on the government so they can read the transcript at the same time they listen to the audio, just like when they did this under direct examination. Okay. I didn't want to impose on the government, but here. So we're going to start. Billy, do you want to sit here and play it? You know what I'm going to do? I apologize for this. You know what? I think we can do without the transcript. So we'll just play it and then we can switch it back to that computer over there. I apologize, Mr. Stewart, and to the jury. And it should start at Agent Wood, I think previously identified as the person speaking to you saying, I'm okay. Look, hey, I know I told you last night. This is Government's Exhibit 95. I apologize. I'm sorry. Where are we? I misspoke. This is Government's Exhibit 95. It's the call from February 19th, 2013. And this is the first clip starting at 5:55. I see it's at 6:08 now and no sound. Okay. I'm going to try a different technique here. Well, Would you be willing to play it at the first call at timestamp 5:55? And actually, I'll come over. It's not like this at Tulane and Broad. You want to start it at 5:55, huh? Yes. And the transcript you're seeing, you said, I want to let you know about 12 murders. Yeah. And you tell Agent Wood, I want to come clean to you, right? And let you know about everything. Yeah. But that was not, in fact, your intention, right? You did not intend to come clean, right? What call that was? The call that when I said he was playing games. No, it's the call where he is saying you're playing games. Yeah, that's because he playing games. We both going backwards and forth. We both playing games. I wasn't about to just fall for him like that. Again, you're saying you want to come clean, but you have no intention of coming clean, right? I never went down there to go get clean. When you're talking to him, you're lying, right? Yeah, because I wasn't cooperating there. We were just negotiating. I wasn't cooperating. I never signed no deal. And if I asked Agent Wood whether this was just a negotiation, do you think he would agree? Objection. Sustained. And again, you're not actually worried about, are you? You're, in fact, only just trying to get a better deal for yourself, right? She ain't knowing nothing. I'm on something. Man, I'm trying to go home. At the end of the day, she ain't know nothing like that, so she gonna go home. I'm negotiating for a deal. I'm trying to negotiate me a deal. So however I got to talk to them and negotiate, I'm trying to come up with a contract where we could get a deal.